Morning,
Morning.
sir.
Good morning,
The
sir.
charge was speeding, sir. Have you been driving for 3 years?
No, I've not been driving in the U.S. for 3 years. No, but I've been driving in Africa before the U.S. So I just get my U.S. license like 6 months ago.
Oh, you celebrated by speeding.
No, I didn't see no speed sign on Harris Avenue, and that was the way from Harris to Providence Place, like towards Providence Place Mall. I didn't see no sign, so I thought that was like 30, the speed limits and something like that. But when the cop stopped me, he told me that the speed limit was 25. And then he gave me a ticket and told me that I was driving 35. So, but he wrote 38 on the ticket.
No, he wrote 35.
Oh, okay. I saw another 38 on the side. I don't know what it means. So.
Yeah. Now, you received a driver's license in Rod-Айленд, right?
Yes.
And you had to study the book, right?
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And then in that book, did you read that unless otherwise posted that the speed limit within the city limits is 25? You didn't read that chapter?
Yes.
Oh, you read that?
I read that, but
Oh, you read that.
there are some other places in
I
the.
think everyone's read it, Judge.
Yeah. I read that. I read the book. That's why I get
Didn't
my
mean
license.
anything.
You know, but I was with my wife and my two babies. They're over there.
Where are
you know,
they?
so I was.
Where are they? Oh, bring them up here. Come here.
You know, I was with all of them.
Get them up here.
I was with all of them, and I didn't feel like I was speeding because I was just following the cars in front of me. But when he stopped me, I just pulled over. I didn't know why he stopped me, but he told me that I was speeding.
Yeah.
But I was not very looking at my speed when I was driving.
Yeah. Were you in the car? Were you in the car with him?
Yes, I was in the passenger seat.
Oh, did you tell him to slow down?
Well, I didn't feel like we were, exceeding too much over the limit.
Not too much.
No,
Just a little.
Yeah, just a little. I didn't.
No, she.
Now we found the honest one. He wasn't looking at the odometer. She felt it.
Who else was in the car?
It just the baby.
Oh, now
was in-
endangerment of a child as well.
Yeah, and he wouldn't. Well, I mean, he wouldn't go over the speed limit, excessively, knowing that the family was in the car.
I got it. So he endangered your life, the mother of the child, right, and the child. Is that what he did?
No, he did not
He
do
did
that.
not. Okay. And who's this little guy?
Our other son,
What's his name?
Menelik.
Hi. Look up here. Say hi. Hi. All right, come up here. Bring him up here. I want to ask him a question. Over here. No, you stay there. You get back over there. I'm going to ask you two questions, okay? And you're going to say one or the other. Now, we're talking about your father, right? Now, you're going to say guilty or not guilty. What do you say?
Guilty.
Guilty. An honest boy. Shake hands. Good luck. Okay, you can go back. It's official. You are guilty.
No, he didn't understand. He doesn't know what he's saying.
Well, you have a wonderful family. I'm going to give you credit for your good driving record back in Africa. Okay? Just be careful down there. And you have a very honest young man as well. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right, goodbye.
Harold Crow. Good morning, Your Honor.
Morning, sir. Who's the little guy with you?
My son, Jacob. Say hi.
Hi, young man. What's your name? Jacob? How old are you, Jacob?
5.
Come up here. See if you can help me out. Right over here. Okay. Would you mind if I sit him on my lap?
No, he's fine.
Here we go. All right, Jacob. How old are you?
5.
Okay, did you go to school yet?
No,
Not
September.
real school.
Not really?
September. He starts
September
kindergarten in
3rd.
September.
Do you have any idea what you want to do when you get to be a little older, like when you graduate from school?
A cook.
A cook? Is that what you said, a cook?
Yeah, me and my dad worked at a pizza place. Me and my dad are great cooks.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think you'd like to cook? What would be the best? What do you like the best?
Pizza.
Well, so far you're doing pretty good. I'm having trouble with this case because I have a situation where your dad is charged with parking on a street up on the east side. And I have three choices. I can fine him $90, I can charge him $30, or I can charge him nothing. What do you think I should do?
30.
30. So you're a pretty good judge. Now, there's an old story about King Solomon, who everyone quotes, and King Solomon was all powerful, and usually he would split the difference. You know, he'd pick a middle road, and that's exactly what you did, and that's a very logical way to think. Is there anything better than 30, you think?
None.
None? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Have you had breakfast yet?
No.
No. Well, suppose I make a deal with your dad, okay? And the deal is that if he'll take you out for breakfast, then I'll dismiss the ticket. What do you think about that? You like that? Now, I want you to order up I want you to order a lot of stuff because he's going to be saving $30. Is that a good deal?
Yeah, just a little bacon.
Okay. All right, thanks for helping me.
Hello, good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Saki, you are charged with disorderly conduct.
Yes, sir.
Now, I want you to know that you have the right to be represented by an attorney. And do you work here?
I was hired to DJ at Lupo's for a night.
Okay. First of all, I can tell you that you are not in jeopardy of going to jail. I read the report, and I'm going to read the report so that you will understand what the police allege happened. And then you can tell me if you want to. Now,
Okay.
the police were on detail at about 2 o'clock in the morning at Lupo's nightclub, and a Joseph Stocky was kicked out of the nightclub for attempting to fight a bouncer. Once he removed from the nightclub, he became increasingly aggressive toward police. He was ordered to leave the area several times, at which time he replied, Mr. Stocky began screaming and threatening police as well as nightclub employees. He raised his voice several times in an attempt to gather a crowd. Police ordered Stocky to vacate the area once again, at which time he screamed. Now, is there anything you want to say about that? You understand you have the right against self-incrimination. You don't have to say anything. You understand?
No, I'd like to say something on my behalf.
All right, now speak loudly and slowly so I hear you.
Okay, so I was DJing at Lupo's. I drove 8 hours to DJ, and it was last call. So I went to the bar and I tried to get 2 females a drink that I was there with, and the bartender told me, no, it's last call. I'm not like serving any more drinks. So I walked to the other side of the club because there was 2 bars in the club, and I asked that bartender for drinks, and he said sure. But the other bartender came over to the other side of the bar and he said, no, I already told this kid he can't have any drinks. So I was like, what's the problem? And he was like, get him out of here. And they throw me out. And then I tried to get back into the establishment so I could talk to the promoter so I could get paid for my DJ services, but everyone wanted me off the property. And then I did have an infantile reaction to the situation.
Oh, you were the DJ?
Yes.
Oh. Did you ever get paid?
No.
To this day, you still haven't been paid?
No.
Huh. How many drinks did you have that night?
I was a little tipsy for sure, and that played a role.
I knew that as soon as I read the report. We have what we call alcoholic muscles down here.
Yes.
I read the report, I looked at you, and I read the report, and it said that Mr. Starkey wanted to fight one of the bouncers. It's been my experience, the bouncers are always, you know, they're over 6 feet, they're muscular, right? And you wanted to fight the bouncer. I'm
It
not
didn't
sure.
go well.
If you got a good left hook, I'm not sure, right? But I don't think that was a good idea.
No.
What do you think, Inspector Quinn?
It was not a good idea.
Was the bouncer bigger than Inspector Quinn?
About the same size.
Yeah. You think you can take him?
Well, who knows, Judge? Judge, now who knows? I don't know.
He's not sure whether he can take you, Inspector Quinn.
I'm not sure either, Judge.
No?
Willing to give it a try, but I'm not sure.
No, I don't suggest that.
I'll opt out of that. I learned my lesson last time.
Inspector Quinn, you must have a recommendation on this matter.
I do, Your Honor. Based on no previous history with police, the one charge he did have was dismissed with prejudice. The city will offer a 6-month filing with a $35 court cost on a NOLO plea, or naturally he can come back for trial.
Inspector Quinn, I would say that 99% of the time that I accept your recommendation, and usually we're on the same wavelength, but I think given the circumstances of this case, he was working there. He didn't threaten anybody. Nobody was placed in any danger. It was all verbal. He just ran his mouth. He had a few drinks and he ran his mouth. And while words alone don't constitute an assault, they don't constitute an offense, even though words may be offensive, they really don't constitute an offense. So he didn't get paid. He got banged around. He spent the night in jail. I think you've been punished enough.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning. I stopped at Emma's house for take dinner at 12:30. 10 minutes. I returned. I found ticket for me $30. I cannot. I am disability. I put it in front with me. There is. I need help for me because I am from Syria, Damascus.
How long have you been here?
81.
1981?
81. Yeah.
Oh, you've been here for.
My birth 1936.
You were born in 1936?
10/13/1936.
You are 80 years old.
Alhamdulillah, good. My health more good. I thank God forever. I pray to my God alone. I need peace for all people, for all world. Peace. War is from devil. Peace from our God. I need peace for all people. Thank God forever. Thank you.
You are charged with a parking violation. Based on what you're telling me, you went into Amos' house to get some food to eat. Right.
For take food, 10 minutes.
To get some dinner. I understand that.
Thank you.
I am going to dismiss the case. It's not going to cost you any money. Okay? First of all, let me ask you, what are you asking me to do?
I need help to remove this ticket.
Okay, the ticket is removed.
Thank you. I need my help for my country, for all my people. Because they are everything broken. Church, mosque, school, bakery, electric.
We can all learn a lesson from
he thought
listening.
that he is God.
We can all learn a lesson.
All people, they are devil to him. No, we are freedom for all people. Thank God. Thank you.
We can all learn a lesson from listening to Mr. Saif. We read the newspaper and we watch television at night, and we always think that, it's happening somewhere else. It really doesn't affect us, somewhere else in the world. But when you are face-to-face with someone who was personally affected by what's going on in the world and the impact that it has on them and the commitment they have to their country, because every one of us has descendants that came from another country. And this morning, this is a very emotional thing. And it's an eye-opener. Sir,
The ticket is removed. Good luck to you.
Thank you very much. God bless all us. Thank you.
Cost you $25.
So far, you're doing pretty good because all you got is $50. And now you have 4 parking tickets.
Are you talking about the most recent ones
Most
now?
recent ones, right.
The one on 11-1, I went to Social Security because they had cut my check. Because my son was recently killed last year. So they cut my check because he had owed money.
Who?
My son was killed March of last year, right? So I was his rep payee. So they took my money because he had owed money. So I had to go to Social Security to fix that matter. When I came out, I had a ticket. Then another time on the 5th, the parking meter wasn't working. I have the picture for that. On 1/4, I was at court because my landlord was trying to evict me. So I had to move. Then I get another one because I tried to go to the legal services to try to get help. I go get some change out of Dunkin' Donuts, come out, I got a $100 ticket.
What was
It's
the
like I can't win.
what was the situation with the mix-up in Social Security with your son?
My son was killed last year, March of last year. They said that he owed $75 from May of 2016. Mind you, he was already deceased at that time. So what they did was they stopped my whole check until I went in there to fix the problem. So when I came out, I had a parking ticket. I had a tough year already. I'm on SSDI. I don't have $400 to give you. I'm still paying Russell and Boyle for my son's funeral. I wish I would have got my brother that night and he wouldn't have killed my son. That's why my son's gone. And I'm just really having a tough time, Your Honor.
I think we can all express our sympathy to you and understand the trauma that you have experienced. I'm going to take all of the circumstances that you just have explained to me into consideration and see if I can balance the equities and take into consideration, the horrific story that you just told us relative to your son. I don't think anyone in their lifetime would ever want to experience that. So
it's the worst feeling in the world. I feel so empty, Lord.
I'm going to reduce this to $50. How much time do you need to pay it?
I have it on me now.
All right. That's not going to leave you without any money, is it?
I'll leave it with $5. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm not going to leave you with $5. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to dismiss everything.
Thank you.
All right. With our best wishes and hope that things turn around good for you. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good luck to you. Good luck.
Sarah, you have one ticket on Cushing Street, no parking, 8 to 10.
Correct.
You were there oh, no.
Not the 1
I
minute.
literally pulled up
Not the
at
1 minute.
9:58.
Ticket was issued at 9:59.
Here's right.
9:59 and 58 seconds. And you can't park there until 10 o'clock. And you violated the city ordinances.
I did.
These are the city ordinances, Inspector Quinn, that she violated.
That point 2 will get you every time, Judge.
And our parking enforcement officers are second to none in the country. So what do you want to tell me about this? Taking this wrong path in life.
My car clock said 10.
Oh, now you're blaming the car clock. Oh, see?
I'm sorry, Judge.
She's blaming the clock on her car. Inspector Quinn, what does justice demand in this case? Is this jail?
10 o'clock means 10 o'clock, Judge.
10 o'clock
My
means 10
father
o'clock?
told me that growing up.
Yeah. I think 9:59 is close enough to 10. Matter is dismissed.
Thank you.
Good luck.